I aim to articulate in this video how no matter where you are in life, you're living your dream life, you are maybe at rock bottom or something in between, your future self will thank you if you cultivate a practice of gratitude. I thought I would share an incredibly personal but meaningful example of how practicing gratitude consistently has completely shifted my life. This isn't the cheesy, surface level approach to gratitude, but the slow, intentional practice that has changed the way I relate to the world. And I would say is the #1 tool in my toolkit that has supported my mental health, supported me through the most challenging time in my life as an adult. Everyone's heard how gratitude is allegedly so powerful. I had heard it for many years. It was around late 2019 that I actually felt called to start practicing gratitude. Hi there. I fact-checked a couple things by pulling out the actual gratitude journal that I started with. For one, I started in late July of 2019. I was really only so consistent with it. Like, it quickly jumps to September within a couple pages. I also originally mentioned that I was writing 5 gratitudes a day. It was actually 3. Occasionally I would write more though. I would draw in a 4, 5, 6 occasionally. So later in the video when I speak about how I wrote 4 to 5 a day, that's kind of a lie. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. I was so confident in that too. I made it a New Year's resolution to practice gratitude. And the way I chose to start this was writing down, I believe it was like 4 to 5 things. I got a dedicated gratitude journal, which just has like gratitude quotes all over it with, I think, 5 lines per day for you to write your gratitudes. That's not absolutely necessary to get a dedicated gratitude journal, but it was helpful for starting out. My gratitude practice starting out was not so consistent from what I recall. I maybe did it a couple times a week, had full weeks I skipped. What really helped me become consistent is by March, April, you know, the world shut down. That was an especially prime time to reflect on what we do have grateful for. So by mid-year, the practice had become quite consistent and I was feeling the shifts. It helped that there was a lot for me to be grateful for during that time. A lot of big things, but I was able to better recognize the small things, of course. Fast forward to November 2020, my brother, 2 years younger, passed away suddenly, out of nowhere, and that shook my world. I was in a mental space, a space of existence that I had never been in. Anyways, within 1 month of his passing, I noticed that my brain was looking for things to be grateful for. And it didn't even feel like me because I truly felt that there was nothing to be grateful for at the time. But there was a little voice that came in and recognized my support systems, recognized that my parents are healthy, you know, not necessarily mentally so at the time, but I'm grateful that my parents are healthy. I'm grateful that my partner is healthy. All of this to say, I have no doubt that those little voices nudging me to remind myself of what I have I have to be grateful for in the present. That would not have happened if I hadn't started that gratitude practice. And keep in mind, I had started that practice about 10, 11 months before his passing, and was consistent just for a few months before that happened. After that initial month, I emotionally, mentally went downhill for a while. But when I was able to return to it, gratitude is what kept me afloat when I feel like I had nothing else to hold on to. Gratitude absolutely did not take away the pain, but looking back, being pretty far removed from that darkness, I know with full confidence that my healing journey would have taken much longer had I not adopted this way of thinking and moving through life before the death. So if you're wondering whether starting a gratitude practice might be right for you, I might suggest that it's right for anyone, and not just to manifest your dream life, attract abundance, not just to heal after something heart-wrenching has already happened, but to proactively care for your mind, body, and spirit by rewiring yourself as a preventative measure to allow yourself to handle life better. Literally any situation. It's not all about gratitude, but I'm telling you, gratitude is the number one tool in my toolbox. When I feel that there's nothing else, there is gratitude.